My budget for this build was $1,500 US, and I came in just under, so I'm glad. I've gone in for more CPU than GPU in, I would say, roughly a 60-40 split. So I've picked components accordingly. I'm going to stick to the stock cooler for now and upgrade it at a later point when I decide to overclock this computer. You have this clip here which is almost counterintuitive. You would think that this side would be locking it down, but it's the opposite. So you're going to go here and really put some pressure. And you hear that? Now it's locked into place. Okay, so you have your CPU fan going in here. Another thing worth pointing out is you have these two little slots which are actually protected. So your CPU comes with two cables. You have one which terminates here. It says USB. Let me just orient it so I can get proper lighting. See what's going on there. Make sure you do your connectors the right way and not opposite, because that can be a total bummer. There you go. Okay. And there are two jumpers on the B450 Max. You have one which is right next to your CPU connectors, and it's called JRGB2, and you have JRGB1 also, which is somewhere over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so you can technically connect it here. There's a little arrow which should coincide with the plus 12 volts. Make sure you got that right. Okay, so I don't like this from a cable management perspective, so I'm going to go here. Let me see if I can rotate it for you. Okay, so that's done. Let's keep this for now. I'll replace it with something better. So we've got the RGB and we've got the CPU fan connected. Now let's move on to the memory. So 32 GB, 3200 megahertz. I'm not really too sold on the faster RAM because I'm not going to be using it for gaming. I think this should be fine. Okay. That's done. So I decided to try this computer without any old style moving parts. So there won't be a hard disk. This 1 TB should get me by for just a while. Make sure you pull this out because it's not required. Since there was a little washer that was on this piece of paper, just using basic logic here, since you have the chip sticking out, this kind of brings this corner to the same level so that when you're using the screw to tighten it, you don't put too much strain on the drive. So that's what I'm going with. If I'm wrong, do please correct me. Remember, don't tighten it too much. Okay, next step is to go place this into the cabinet. The CORSAIR is always a safe bet. You're looking for cases. This one supports actually both ATX and micro ATX. And looks like they have some standoffs already in place. So we can get this in. Make sure you install the faceplate before you put the motherboard in. Okay, we are going to connect these cables. So the best thing to do is to just open your manual. You can see you have the JFP1 FP2 connector, and you can see how it's actually laid out. So you have the power LED switch, HDD LED reset switch. Just gonna follow that. We're gonna be working over here. Okay, so we'll start with the top left corner. So that's your power LED. Let's find that guy. The plus and minus. So that goes over here. So then I need the power switch. The little arrow which designates the plus. So we go over here like that. In the case of the reset, it doesn't really matter because you're basically shorting the points, right? So I'm just going to connect it this way for the sake of aesthetics. So when I look at it, it looks better. And finally, we have the USB, which should go into the USB 3. The little tab on this side, the little tab here goes into the USB. This is the HD audio, so you should have J audio somewhere there. See, that goes over here. It's done. Should probably do the power supply next over here. Then I'll do the graphics card. For power supplies, I've just gone with a 600 watt. Usually if you go for like a bronze, you're pretty safe. You have a shot of the power supply. You got your fan at the bottom, which goes into your dust filter. So I've got to figure out all these cables now. See what goes where. This usually takes a little time if you want to do a neat tidy job, so I'm not going to be filming that. I'll come back to you as soon as I'm complete. This GPU is not that big that you're going to have to worry about sag, and I can see it's got such a tight fit into the chassis at both ends. So there we go. The moment of truth comes on. Sweet. So, isn't that awesome how the fan kind of, it's back up. I thought it would slow down. Hope you found this helpful. Drop me a comment if you've got a similar build. Would like to hear from you. On my next update, I will try some overclocking. Not too aggressive, because this PC is plenty fast. It's roughly about 10 times as fast as my last. So I'm pretty happy with where it sits right now. If you like this content, do subscribe, and I'll see you in my next update.